My migration story can be described by two waves of movement. The first is international immigration. My international immigration history has been buried by years of sedentary family members. On my mother's side of the family, I can trace the name Cobb back to England. However, with no time frame to reference, there is not much information other than this, the Cobb family crest. I found an old family Bible that helped me trace my lineage to Illinois, where the Cobb family first settled upon arriving to the United States. On my father's side of the family, I was able to find records of Johann A. Low, who was born in Baumholder, Germany on August 8, 1737, and died in 1789 in Deer Run, West Virginia. In this 52-year window, Johann made the trek from Germany to the United States to start a new life. Johann Low was not alone in his immigration to the United States during this time. Immigration from central and southern Germany peaked during 1750 and was coined as the Palatine immigration period. However, many Germans coming to the United States were not of the Palatine region, but were of the Protestant region. The Germans in these areas had survived massive devastation from the 30 Years' War and the War of Louis XIV. They sought refuge in France, Switzerland, and other parts of Germany. However, the villages could not support such a sudden population spike, and economic troubles arose. Concentrated areas of Germans began to crop up in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and parts of Virginia, now West Virginia. My family remained in the Deer Run and Pendleton County area up until my grandparents moved to Harrisonburg, Virginia. The second wave of movement I would like to look at is that of interstate migration. After many generations of family members who made no movement from their hometown, my immediate family has begun a new trend. My father, mother, brother, and I all decided to attend out-of-state universities to obtain our post-secondary education. Different things led us to out-of-state, but I was more open to leaving my hometown because my parents experienced leaving home and encouraged that experience.
Hi, I'm Luann Lowe. I graduated from Elon College, which is now Elon University in Burlington, North Carolina, in 1982. I have a bachelor's degree in medical technology. I actually finished my degree in 3.5 years, and one of the ways that I did that was I stayed through almost all the winter terms and the summer school sessions. In my sophomore year, my parents relocated to Chicago, so there really wasn't home to go to anymore, per se, because of their relocation. So I just stayed at Elon and made Elon my home. I lived with my friend Terry, and then my final year I got an apartment off campus, and so I was able to stay year-round. So it worked out well for me to just continue my studies straight through and not take long breaks, and it just fell into that because of the way my home situation was and my parents' relocation.
Like my mom mentioned, there was a time when I had to redefine home to include the University of Kentucky. There was one specific instance when I finally learned all the words to my old Kentucky home, when I felt like this migration to a new place was really paying off.
Hi, I'm John Lowe. I'm the Director of Imaging Services, Rockingham Memorial Hospital, Harrisonburg, Virginia. I graduated from Hood College in Frederick, Maryland in 1990. In terms of going out of state to school, both of our children, Nicholas and Allyson, have both decided to attend programs out of state. And for Nicholas, it was a decision based on the degree program he chose at the time was not offered in state. And so we looked around the East Coast for programs, and he had a good fit in the program he's in. He's about 10 hours from home now. Allyson, at the same time, 2 years later, when she was looking for programs, although there were some in-state, she really found, I think, programs that better fit her needs out of state. So she's about 7 hours from home, 7.5 hours. So both of them have gone out of state. You know, I think there are some challenges, but it's some great benefits to being that far from home. And I think one of the big ones that I see is that they both have to learn a great deal of independence very quickly. Being that far away, it's not something that mom or dad can just jump in a car and fix or bring them home. And so It's they just have to learn to live in the adult world a little bit. There are challenges, certainly out-of-state tuition and such, but there's costs with any program, and getting a quality education is the key here. So that's why we feel they've made great decisions.
I have been able to research and appreciate my ancestors' journey from Germany to the United States. Johann Low came for economic opportunity. I have been part of a resurgence of movement within my family on the interstate level to migrate for education. I am part of the 24.6% of students who have chosen to attend the University of Kentucky as out-of-state students. In addition, I will be traveling to a different country to further enhance my education. My education has driven me to be anything but sedentary. I plan on a life of movement and migration.